Hey everyone, I'm Lyndon Jones, and this is another episode of Boxing Therapy. As of April 9th of this year, the fight's going down. I'm talking about, I talked about this one in my other video, in my early videos I made. Anthony Joshua, who is 15 and 0 with 15 KOs, is going up against the IBF champion of the heavyweight division, Charles Martin, who is 23 and 0 and 1 with 21 KOs. I think this is a great fight for both fighters at this particular point in time for both of their careers. This will probably Martin's and Joshua's biggest payday so far for them. I'm gonna probably say honestly, the fight will be taking place in England at the O2 Arena, where Joshua has been selling out crowds. People have he's becoming the big star sensation in the heavyweight division. If you don't know about Anthony Joshua, you really need to get on the dude. He's that deal right now, the heavyweights. Um, like as most of you know, if you've been following the heavyweight division, Martin won his IBF title by basically he beat an injured fighter, Glasgow. I don't know how to pronounce his first name, but Glasgow, he tore his ACL in his knee in the third round of the fight, which basically ended up in a stoppage win for Martin. He won the IBF title. But I mean, it's when you look at that fight and you looked at Martin, I didn't really see any type of any type of skill, anything that really caught my eye from him that as far as skill wise that he could bring to this fight he's getting to with Anthony Joshua. So I mean, he's relatively unknown. I mean, he's kind of Martin's like at a prospect level still, honestly, because he hasn't fought anybody that we have know of at all. Um, from what I saw, from what I saw the night of the fight, what he had, you know, in his arsenal as far as boxing skill, I didn't see much. Like I was saying, at all. Just to be honest, I didn't see anything. Looking at his record, he hasn't fought anyone significance. If if it wasn't for Tyson Fury being stripped, that IBF title that he had won, beating Vladimir Klitschko, we probably wouldn't even know who Charles Martin is. Just to be completely honest. Now let's talk about Anthony Joshua. He's an up and coming star in the heavyweight division. His toughest fight was probably against his last opponent, Dillian White, who he lost to against in the amateurs. But he's definitely got way much better since then. But when he fought White earlier this year, he had a knockout victory in the seventh round against White. Um, I will say he looked a little bit winded after the sixth round, and like he kind of looked a little bit somewhat lost. I can't say Joshua has fought much better competition because I mean he's only 15-0. So I mean he's still come up and coming. He's still prospect mode as far as heavyweights is concerned. But if if you have been watching the heavyweight division, you know the skills are there with Joshua. I mean, he is a little bit of flat-footed fighter, but putting him up against a Martin, I see this as honestly an easy victory for Joshua. The only thing that worries me is Joshua coming up in the division too fast because um, I know me being a big fan of him and him putting all these highlight knockouts and stuff on, you just want to see you hunger for bigger, better fights with this guy. you know And I mean, it's kind of like, I guess at this point he kind of doesn't have a choice, because we can't just keep watching him knock out bums, that are way under his level, because we really have to see the full potential of what Anthony Joshua has. But I mean, if I was him, I honestly, I guess I couldn't pass up this opportunity, just to get a title shot, even if it is kind of early in my career. Now, I looked up the IBF rankings, and Joshua is ranked number 4, right below Ericon Temper. Yeah, Ericon Temper. He's at number 3. Um, as far as the top 1 and 2 spots, it just says it's not ranked for either spot. I don't understand what that means. I don't know if that has to do with Anthony Joshua and Charles Martin fighting or what, but I don't know. But I guess he's ranked up pretty high on the IBF list, so, and he's probably the best opponent for him to fight in the IBF as far as Charles Martin is concerned. And like I said, it was a good thing for Charles Martin, because Charles Martin being the IBF champion, even if he didn't fight Joshua, I believe someone else would have probably beaten him for that title. So, whoever I'm thinking whoever wins this fight might have to fight Ericon Temper as a mandatory next, maybe. Then the fight, maybe then after that, maybe whoever Tyson Fury is fighting, because kind of don't even know if he's fighting Vladimir Klitschko anymore. But that's like the big question that's going on, because I guess Tyson Fury had some big news he had to come back to London and tell everybody about soon. But as far as Joshua and Martin's concerned, I got Joshua winning via TKO. KO, just get KO. I want to say in the early rounds. I say it doesn't go any more than 5. I don't think Martin has the skills to stop a Joshua, in my opinion. I'm going to end this video on that note. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up below, and subscribe. And again, I'm Lyndon Jones, and this has been another episode of Boxing Therapy. I'll catch you guys in the next one.